Good day, YouTube. Welcome to my channel. My name is Darren and my ham radio call sign is N4VFR. In this video, I'm going to review the TIDRadio TD-H9 two-way ham radio. Here's a quick unboxing. What you get on the inside, you have your TD-H9 manual. It comes with your radio and the antenna. You notice on the base of the antenna they have a orange rubber band. It looks like a rubber band. They also give you two other colors, green or blue. You get a belt clip, wrist strap, and a brick USB-A charger to USB-C connector. And how you charge it, you can charge it right there at the base of the radio. There were a few viewers that tried to remove the battery from the handheld radio. So what you need to do is this lever here, you gotta pull it down, and I'm giving you all my might. There you go. So you pull it down, it's very strong, and then it releases just like that. It comes with one battery. It's a 2400 mAh capacity. It operates at 7.4 volts DC, 17.76 watt hours. Alright, I'm going to put it back together again. That's it. A little click and it's into place. So it comes with a manual. It's a pretty decent manual. I did find a few misspelling characters in here, and when you purchase this, I recommend you go ahead and read it, familiarize yourself with it. There are some colored pictures in here in order to use the OD Master app to do your programming. Okay, this is interesting. When you look at that transmitting frequency range, it tells you right here 136 through 174 megahertz, 220 through 260 megahertz, 350 to 390 megahertz, and the last one is 400 through 520 megahertz. Now, when you're using this radio as a scanner, it can receive these ranges from 88 through 108 megahertz. That's your FM radio that you have, like in your car, or it modulates in the AM mode for the aviation band, and it's listed right there, 108 through 136, and the VHF in the FM mode, 136 through 174. You also have 220 to 260 megahertz, 350 to 390, and also 400 through 520 megahertz. A thing to note about this, it does transmit out of band, and if you're going to transmit in the UHF band for the aviation, military aviation, that starts through I think it's 225 megahertz, and I think it goes all the way up to 400 megahertz. I don't remember what the bands are on the military air band, but it will transmit, but it transmits in the FM modulation. So in this radio, there are no, it won't not allow you to transmit in AM. Cool. Okay. Let's take a look at the what we have here on this TIDRadio, the TD-H9. Here you have to push to talk. You have two buttons here that you can use to program. It's all in the menu there. On the top here, that orange button here, that's weather. That's your LED when you're transmitting. You can see there, I'm just transmitting APRS. The GPS antenna is on top, you can see there. This is your volume knob and your on and off. There's your keypad. Now, what I don't like about this keypad, I'm just nitpicking now. You know, like on your telephone, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you have star, 0, and pound. Well, that star, 0, and pound is off to the side here. Let me get that other radio, the ICOM A22 airband radio, and you can see the different layout. All right, now you're looking at the ICOM A22 and the TD-H9 handheld radio. You see the similarities? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then when you get to the star, 0, and pound, it's not on this radio. It's better to have it here. So when I keep programming this radio, I keep wanting to hit 8 as a 0. So I want to program that frequency of fingers. Fingers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you need to put 0. My hand tends to try to hit the 8. So I have to force it to push that 0. So that's what we call fingers. When you count your fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how we came up with that fingers in aviation. So basically this frequency, if you like to listen into it, it's an air-to-air radio, and most of the flight schools use this to alert traffic pattern areas or traffic areas, practice areas that they're doing maneuvers. And coming off to the right hand side, you have you can pull this down, and you have you can put a microphone and a head speakers right there. Those are accessories. It doesn't come with it. And down here is a USB symbolism. So I think I wouldn't use it for charging, but I think you can. I'd rather just use the charger here at the bottom. All right, in the front, you got your Bluetooth pairing, your AB mode. That AB, basically you can switch from A to B. You see that little arrow? It's switching. That arrow is telling you which one that you'll be listening to or transmitting. It's actually a dual watch radio, so you can listen to 2 frequencies at the same time. Maybe not at the same time, but think of it as a scanner. So it's scanning both of those frequencies. When activity pops up, it comes up, it listens, and it turns that into green when you're receiving a signal. Red to transmit and greens to receive. And this VM, that's your VFO or your memory. Okay, so that's pretty good. As you see, I got it labeled as APRS. You can have it labeled, or you can have the frequency listed, and that's all inside the menu to make those changes. Now in the menu, you push menu, you have OK and exit. To OK, you use the menu button. To exit, you use the back button. I wish the buttons were up here or something where you can just click on it, or perhaps use a touchscreen. Radio settings, I'm going to just run through it real quick. Here's your squelch. To enter that, you push OK, so you push menu. And right now I got it into level 1. And use your arrows to go up or down. So I went backwards, okay? So you can go all the way up to 9. Is your tightest squelch, or off. To back out, you push exit, which is the back. And then your steps. You can go to steps. You got various steps there. And your Vox levels, you can make your adjustments there. I don't like using Vox, so it's off. And then you have your Vox delay, timeout timer, I think that's what it's called. Come to you down. We got a Roger beep. So I haven't really tried it. There's your on, off, the tone 1, tone 2. Keypad, I got it turned off right now because I get irritated just pushing these buttons right here, and then you hear the beep, beep, beep. Power saver, there's your power saver. I don't even use it. Keypad lock, dual watch. All right, here's your dual watch again, so you can listen to 2 frequencies like a scanner. Here's your voice. The voice, it's basically, I'll turn it on. Down arrow, and to select that, you got to push menu.
Welcome.
All right.
Menu.
That's what you hear with the voice. Backlighting, I got it set for 15 seconds. The longest is 30 seconds. I'm going to select.
Confirm.
I'm going to select it. Back out. Brightness. You can adjust your brightness right there. Power on display. You can display the voltage that you saw maybe earlier. You saw the voltage. You can put your call sign for messages or even a picture. Scrolling down. Here's your display. Okay, so we got 3 different views on display. Right now I got your classic view. So this is what it looks like classic. You got up here, you have your receive meter or your transmit, how much power you're putting out. That's me transmitting APRS, full 10 watts. If you change your power to medium power, it's about 5 watts, and low power is 3 watts. There's no milliwatts on the output. So it's 10, 5, and then 3. All right, so let's go back to menu. There you go. The display, I didn't show you the other 2. Let me take a look again. Let's go into the single.
Confirm.
Okay, confirm. So I want to exit to back out. It's pushing this button to exit. Exit, exit. So that's what it looks like. Single. That's what it displays there. You got your antenna. High power, wideband, FM mode. There's no GPS. I'm indoors in the power battery. What channels? APRS, and I don't know what the off is. Bluetooth symbolism. I don't remember with those 2, but we have the manuals here if you want to take a look at that. So that's the single. We'll go down to dual. Select.
Confirm.
This is the dual, where you have the green arrow. It's on APRS, and the frequency is displayed on top. I'm going to switch to AB. This is fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's also displayed on top. ANI edit. I haven't got into there. I don't know what that is. We have display type A. Okay, you can display the name and number. That's what I have. Type A, I think it's like VFOA. And then type B is name and number. I have it set that way. DTMF side, push to talk delay language. It has various language. Alarm mode. STE, I don't know what that is, but it's on. Tone burst. Talk around, I don't know what that is. I have it on anyways. I think it was default as off. FM interrupt. I got that off. There's PF1S. That's like program function 1, or I think that's what they call it. You can program those. Okay, those are the different options. Weather, push to talk to. Okay, those are the different programming functions. Move it along, then you can program that one to what you want. Right now I got none selected, and those are other programs that you can program. There's the top. I guess you can program the ones on the top, that button right there. By default, that's NOAA Weather radio. And then factory reset and breathing. Your LED, I think it breathe. I don't know what it is. 5 seconds. Mic gain, I have it set to the number 5. Microphone gain, DTMF speed, DCD is off, D-hold 15 seconds. So those I don't know what they are, probably for something digital, I guess. So all that. Then you have 200, I think that's 200 megahertz to transmit. You can actually turn it on. 350 megahertz, 500 megahertz. And then your menu color. Right now I got it selected to dark blue, but you can also change it to various colors right there. That's it. That's that first radio settings, and there are more. I'm not going to go through all of that. There's program channels. Program channels, this is actually where you change the power settings right here under power. Transmit power, you select that. I have it set on high power right now. So high is 10, middle is 5, and the low power is about 3 watts. Busy, those are the different settings, and that you have to program, and then you can actually program the name. Then you got your analog set. you can actually change the AM volume. If you listen to airplanes, I got it set to 5, I think. Yep, it's 5. That's the highest, so the volume comes out a lot louder. Radio info, this is your actually info of your firmware, I guess. Here it is, take a look. Firmware, there you go. APRS information, firmware, hardware information. And then scan, you can actually scan like a scanner. Those are the different scanning menus there. And Bluetooth, here you can pair Bluetooth, name it. Maybe you can pair up with your earbuds. You can actually send SMS messages, but I think that's a pain in the butt because you got to configure and have the same settings on both radios. I'm not sure how you would use that. GNS is your GPS. So I got the GPS is on. Those are the positions, the time zone, speed units. I mean the distance, you change it in miles, and then speed in miles per hour, and PT. Altitude and fixed, you can actually have a fixed location. Latitudes and longitudes can be fixed. And then the site type, GPS coordination or fixed coordination. APRS, it's kind of easy to set up. I just did it just looking through all the menus just like this, or like this is how you turn it on or off. If you have it turned off, then you won't be able to enter the different fields. All right, so to make any changes. So here's my beacon set, my call sign. Plug it in. What's weird in here is the keypads. It's weird. I'll show you how to do it. So you type in your call sign. It's really washed out. You can't see it, but that's my call sign in for VFR. You type in these keys. The DTMF, this button right there, that backs it up. So there you go. See it? I erased the R. So I gotta push the 7 button, which has the R. So you push. Let me focus it in. Push, push, push. VFR. And then to push OK is the menu.
Confirm.
Okay. SSID. I'm using a 7. Hang on. Pushing too much buttons here. APRS. Alright, let me back it up. Okay, here we go. APRS. I got it. Switch is on. Beacon set. Okay, here's my call sign. I did that. SSID. I'm going to scroll up. I got number 7. Okay, selected. And then here's where you select your symbolism. Actually, primary table or alternate table. Okay, your custom info, maybe that's the one. Nope, this is probably what do you want to type in your text. It's blank for me. Icon setting. So that's where it's at. It's called icon settings. Right now I got it selected, not the police, but I got it selected as a running man. It's coming up here. There it is, a human. That's what it's called, human. Back out. Mic E, start. I have it on, so you can type in something in there. I said I got it in service. Route 1, I got it as wide 1. And then route 1 count, I put it at 1. Route 2 is wide 2. And then route 2 count, I got 2. And then you can actually send your voltage reporting if you'd like. I got that. No. You can report how many satellites you got in view, your mileage. I got it all turned off. Okay. Let's see what else. After mileage, it goes back to the top. All right. Back up one. Now we go to beacon type. PTT linkage. Enter. So I got that turned on. So it's like you want to send a your position, you just push this, and then it's going to send your APRS location. So that's how I understand it. All right, this is your time beacon. I got it on. There's no smart beacon, and it's just timed. And here's how often it's going to beacon. I got it set for 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds, this radio will transmit. I know it's kind of too soon. Maybe a minute would be okay. I back out. That's it for that one. Relay sat. I don't really did anything in here. That's like if you want to relay a packet. Advanced settings. Okay, what did I put on there? Let me take a look. I got channel A, and this one is channel A auto. Channel A of my radio is my APRS. PTT priority, I got it. APRS is first, and receive tones. I'm not sure what that is. I tried it to turn it off, but I still heard the packet burst. There's no way to turn off that packet burst. It's irritating. So you got to turn down the volume. Transmit tone, I don't know what that is either. I got it on. Receive auto pop-ups, I got it on. So when you receive an APRS, you'll see it displayed on this little tiny screen. And that's back to the top. Beacon list. It lists all the beacons that you hear and the signal strength in decibels. And then APRS reset, if you want to reset your APRS to default, and that's it. Okay, I'm going to do a test. So I got the handheld radio. I'm going to step out the room and give a radio test. So we're going to hear the audio. This is a test. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is just a test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully that audio came across clear. That's a test on the aviation AM band. On the top of the radio, there's an orange button up here that I mentioned earlier. That's NOAA Weather radios. So I'm going to push it, and you can see what we have. And then you go use your up and down arrows. 146.55 is the one we have here locally. But I don't know if I can hear it. Can't hear it. It's kind of far away. So those are all the different weather channels that you have. What's funny is I have that also on my airband radio. So I turn it on here. And then you push weather function, weather. I got A and L on. Let me turn that off. So what's funny is this ICOM radio is picking up that weather station that this one is not picking up. And I'm going to try to do a squelch, turn off the squelch. I guess I got to push the button again. You got to push the button again. So here we go. Menu, radio setting, squelch. Select that and select off. Okay. Now you're going to hear all kinds of squelch. Yeah, it doesn't work. Let me zoom out a little bit. Alright, so I got radio. It's on weather band, and I'm not picking up any kind of audio. The squelch feature doesn't work on this radio. Interesting. So here I try to put the menu button, it won't work. The back button, it doesn't work. And any other buttons, it doesn't work. AB, the VFO memory, Bluetooth. So all those other keys are disabled. Only thing you got is the up and down arrows to run through the frequency if you hear the weather band. So the receiver is not that great compared to the, this is a ICOM aviation band radio, and it picks up the weather fine. There's a hidden feature where you can actually select just for a ham radio, select for GMRS, or you can select normal, which is out of band transmit. And to do that, you got to push and hold to push to talk, push and hold the Astro key, and then turn on the radio at the same time. So it's kind of hard to do on camera. All right, so I did that. There you go. You have ham, normal, and GMRS. I'm going to push number 2 for normal. Okay. It says data will erase, confirm, initial unlock system. You can hit the menu for yes or back for no or not. They didn't say no, it says not. I'm not going to do it. Another special feature is when you push the 7, you got to push and hold the 7 key, and what this does, it has a spectrum analyzer. It shows you a spectrum. So press and hold the 7, and there you go. So it does a sweep. So right now I'm listening to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. You're not going to have any kind of activity there. But I'm going to back out and I'm going to change that frequency to 145. I'm just going to pick a frequency 000. Okay. Press down 7 and hold it. I'm going to key up on a 2-meter radio here that I have. Let's see if you can see the spike. I'm not sure how it's working, but I am so close. I'm pushing about 50 watts. N4 VFR testing. I went out after 30 seconds. So I think it's a little gimmicky to have that. Why would you want that on the handheld? All right, so that's what you get. It's a spectrum. You can see my noise floor minus 95 dBm. This radio right there, that's my Yaesu 400. That's my APRS DG Peter, and also 2 meters I listen to. I'm going to now transmit 146.52, 10 watts, and listen to the audio. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Hello, radio. N4 VFR simplex 14652. Anyone around? 14652 simplex calling frequency N4 VFR.
So that's what it sounds like when I stepped out the room and using the TD-H9. So there's an OD Master application, an app that you can download and load it on your Mac or your PC. It does have a Bluetooth capability where you can actually sync. You can send that information to your radio via Bluetooth, so that's an awesome feature. You don't need to have a dongle or any kind of USB connection into this radio. So who is this radio for? New hams. Maybe you want to use it in your mobile car and then use it as an APRS radio. Yeah, you probably have to get a stand or something and put it in your cup, get an external antenna, hook it up in here, and you got 10 watts of power using APRS. The only thing, it doesn't have smart beaconing. You can set your timing to like 30 seconds, 1 minute, 90 seconds to beacon every so often. So that's it. That's my quick overview. I don't know if it's quick, but it's TD-H9 TID ham radio GMRS, APRS radio, 10 watts. Pretty nice radio. And check this out, the price is pretty cheap. So cool beans, check it out. I'll leave the link on the description on where you can purchase this. Right now it's on sale, like $69.99. You can get it on Amazon. I'll say 73s. Thanks for watching my video. My name is Darren, and ham radio call sign is N4VFR. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you on the next video.